questions? All right, so real quick, let's go back through the beginning of our tree stuff, and then we're going to pick up where we left off yesterday. Monday. How about Monday? So trees are just another abstract data type. They're a lot like our legislation stuff in that in here. They have parents and children and stuff like that. And so really we have a tree successor and a successor relationship, and it's a hierarchy relationship, so it's not linear. So the very top guy of any tree is called the root, and then the tree has multiple children. Depending upon what kind of tree we're dealing with is how many children it can have. So nodes that have no children, we call them a leaf, or a leaf for multiple. And then if there's a node that has a parent and a child, that's called an interior node. And then when we try to determine the height of our tree, it's the length of the longest path to a root in the leaf from the root node. So this is just kind of indicative of what a tree looks like. I really don't like this example because it's repeating numbers, and so the words kind of go like, what? I'm so confused. Okay, so let's look at something a little more relevant. So here, we're going to talk about binary trees. This is binary with our possible values. 0 or 1, right? So there's only two options. And so here, when we're talking about binary trees, that means a node can only have up to 2 children. It can have 0 children, 1 or 2. So that was what separates a binary tree from other types of trees. So these are not binary trees. Why is the one on the left not a binary tree? 3 children, right? It doesn't make this rule. So what if there's a tree on the right? Why is that not a binary tree? Right, because this middle node right here has 2 parents, and that makes it not viable to be a binary tree. Because in a binary tree, you can only have 1 parent. So we talked about the difference between a full and a complete tree. So a full tree is where any node that has children always has 2. Otherwise, if it doesn't, or it doesn't have children at all. Okay, so here, node A has 2 children, it's B and C. Node B has 2 children, C and E. Node D has 2 children, G and H. But you see that E and C have 0 children, so it's either 0 or 2. Okay, so that makes it a full binary tree. Now the difference between a full and a complete is at every level it's completely filled out. Okay, so the first level obviously we have our root. The second level we have 2 children off of the root, 1 and 2. On the third level, each one of the nodes at the second level is 2 children. So node 1 has child 3 and 4. Node 2 has child 5 and 6. And then when we get to the 4th level, all of the nodes at the 3rd level have 2 children. So the levels are completely filled out, so they're complete. Okay? So that is what the difference between a complete and a full. This is not a complete. Why is this not a complete? Right. So on our second level, actually the third level, on the third level, we have 2 children, we have not. Okay? So that is what's preventing it from being complete. Because you have to have all these things, you have to have 2 nodes for every parent node on the whole level as to be complete. So this is talking about, this is the formula here, how you can get the total number of nodes in a complete binary tree. Pay attention to the fact it says complete. So this equation only applies to a complete binary tree. That means that all levels, all the nodes are filled out. So you can't apply this to a full binary tree because it doesn't work. All right? They only be talking about a complete binary tree. But when you start counting your levels, the very first level is actually 0 because we're in computer science plans, and so I would start with 0. Why are we using log n? What's the reason behind using log n? What do the orders tell us? When we're talking about big O. What's the common order associated with binary trees? Log n. Why is it log n? Because it has to every time, okay? So go back to those definitions and the first big O slide that we looked at, and it tells you that when you have a binary tree or anything that halves it for every iteration, the order that you would use is log n. So it says memorizing them and what we actually understand why. Okay, so looking at the definitions would be very helpful. So this just showed us in a code perspective how we would do a node to find our struct for a binary tree. So we have our data piece, and instead of only one pointer for our next, like a linked list, we actually have 2 pointers. In this case, we have our left and our right. So the picture on the right is indicative of what a node in a binary tree looks like. So where we started, how do you find the end of a binary tree? So this is where we started talking about how we find the end of it. Okay, so there's 3 different ways. We talked about pre-order, we've got them in order, but we're still kind of talking about it on Monday, and then we'll talk about post-order. Okay, so there's 2 different ways to do this. There's breadth and depth. So the first implementation we're looking at is depth. So depth first means that we try to find a leaf at the lowest level possible. And so with linked lists, we usually start to the left. Binary trees. When you're searching, you start on the left. Okay. And so here, our root node is A, and A has 2 children, B and C. We're going to go to the left first. So now we look at B. B has 2 children, D and E. So we get to D first, and it doesn't have any children. So then we go and check out E. Check the right tile. Does E have children? Yes. Okay, does it have a left? Yes. So we drill down to that left, and then left takes us down to the H. And then once we get to the H, we check to see if we have children. And then it actually has 3. So would this be a binary tree? Why is it not a binary tree? H has 3 children, right? Okay? It doesn't change the fact that we're looking at depth first. So this is an example of looking at depth first without it being a binary tree. You can apply depth first and breadth first. Use those 2 concepts outside of binary trees. They apply for all trees. Okay, so this is just an example. So here, because then what we do is then we get to H, and we look at its children. Does L have children? Nope. What about its next child, M? Does it have children? Nope. What about its next child, H? Does it has N? I'm sorry, N. Does it have children? No. So this is where we found a depth first. We looked at all of the nodes as far left as possible first, and then we looked at everything that was on this bottom level here to see if it had any children. And once we hit this one right here, we're going to stop because we found the depth. It's kind of the same concept of finding the end of a linked list. In this case, we're looking where a node has no children. Okay. So when we're traversing a binary tree, pre-order, in order, and post-order. So I have a fabulous analogy that worked really well in the 11th grade class, which will again put doubt in your mind that I actually have common instructor in the military. But so pre-order means that when we're talking about pre-order, in order, and post-order, it's talking about when is the root node accessed, when is the root node visited. That's what pre-order, post-order, and in order are talking about. So this is a pre-order. That means that the root node can be visited first. So let's talk about our drug dealer friends, okay? Because usually, one drug dealer doesn't have the best of everything. You kind of got to split that up. We're stimulating the economy, right? All right. So on a pre-order, you have the same 2 drug dealers for quite a while now. You kind of familiar with the prices. And so the A is your ATM. So you know you're going to get 8 all those, right? And then you need to pick up some cannabis. Because you can't be keeping all night long. You got to, put them sleep, right? That's it. The only thing that brings it down is the cannabis. All right, so you have these drug dealers, you've known them for a while, know exactly how much money you need. So you go to the ATM, you withdraw all the money you need, you go and get your 8 ball of Coke, so you can charge her, and then you get your cannabis so you can chill out later. All right? So you had enough money. You're totally good with that. All right? You guys are going to remember this shit. You're just going to go, oh my God, my crazy professor in CS1, she's talking about drugs all the time. Okay? So the root or the ATM is visited first, and then you go get your drugs. Okay? So this is, I can't come up with drugs for all of these. All right, so E is ecstasy, right? H is heroin, nice. DHG. See, you guys know what I'm talking about. Yeah, no, it is a try. It's the same out of my mouth. What's F? I can't think of it. I'm gonna have to start doing some Google searches. Not on campus, my God, so I lost my IP address. Why is she always looking up front? What's going on with this person? Alright, so anyway, so if you look at it in a order, it gets a little more complex. So remember we always visit the left first. Okay, so when you think about that, we step first, left first, okay? So the root comes down first, so we go to our ATM and we're going to get all the money we need for our office party. These are doing like, a vacation, it's too drastic, so we need office party. Because man, that's like, that's just crazy, isn't it? Oh, I'll do that. So much fun. Alright, so you go to the ATM, and then you are going to go get your $8 code, and then, what do we say Delta was? Where did you go? Come on, you guys.
EFT.
Holy shit, really? Alright. Or we just, we're millionaires, so we don't really pay off money for our anything happens, right? Busy roofies, nice. Alright, any of you ladies do not go to the bar with him. Just saying. Alright, so we're going to go all the way through to the point where we don't have any more children. So when you do a pre-order, A in this case is prepared, and it's prepared to be P. So now you drop down to P. P is a parent of P and P. So that's why you're going to print that, okay? And then G is a parent of G and H. So you print the G. You get the G because it's the last one child first, so you print it out. And then, so you print out your parent, the last, and then the right. Okay? So here's my parent, my left, and my right. Now, we've already printed these right here. Because our parent was A, and then we printed his left, B. But there's more to the left. You have to exhaust the entire left before you can move to the right. Correct? You tracking on that? Okay? So, we have our parent, its left child. That left child has a left child. That left child has a left child. Okay? So, when we get to G, there's no more left children. So now we got to roll back up and on the right. So this is E's right. This is E's right. E has a child. But it's only a right, there's no left. So ideally here, you just have a space or a blank printout because there's nothing there on the left. So that's how we get to I right after E, because we have no left, right?
Oh, okay.
That's right. Yeah, I can say that. Correct? There's no left for E. So for our X, we have no left. We don't have any following left drugs. And so, we're going to go over here to our I. So we've exhausted the entire left. So now we can go to our right. So we print our right. If we didn't have anything under past the alpha, bravo, and Charlie, this is our group, this is our left, and this is our right. Okay? So we're just adding some more stuff in there. So here's our right. Charlie has a child. Charlie has Foxtrot. So that's his left. His left has a child. It's not, Foxtrot's left is nothing. There's nothing there. Okay? It's just his right. So that's how you do it. And then C doesn't have a right child, so we're done. Is everyone tracking on that in that pre-order? Yes? No? Maybe? Yes. You need to see it a few more times before it kind of sinks in? Alright. So in order means that first you get your $8 code. You got a new drug deal. Your old drug deal only charged you like $100 for an $8, but this guy kind of greedy. Or you got some really good shit. And so he's gonna charge you about $150. So you're spending more money on your $8 first. So now you have to go back to the ATM if you don't have enough money, right? To get your cannabis, because you really do need to come down. Eventually you gotta come down, right? You want to come down easy. Because if you come down really hard off of a high on the day, then you just crash and burn, you're crying, you're sobbing, you're just a wreck. So cannabis will bring you down easy, okay? So you need enough money to go buy your cannabis. So you have to go get your cannabis. Alright, so that's what we're talking about. You do your left, then the root, and then the right. So a more complex version is again, deep first. So we got to get all the way to the bottom of the left. Okay? So we're doing the left, then the root, and then the right. So the left is our B. But B has children. So think about B as being the root. He gets visited in between B and E, right? So if we come down here, so we're going to go to our D because we got to visit him first. When he has children, he has the left and the right. He has the D and A. Okay? So first you got to go to the left because the root gets visited in the middle of the left and the right. So I do my D, and then I go up and I start my D, and then I do my right, I do my A. So that's it. D, A. When you're looking at trying to figure out what order these print in, try to find a root with children at the lowest level and just focus on those three to get it right the first time. You know, we're always going to go left, root, right. So here, left, root, right. We're done. So we're going to come up to our Bravo. So we dealt with the left for Bravo. Now we have to print out our Bravo. And then we're going to go to his right. His right is an echo. So does echo have children? Well, yes. It has a right. But it has no left. So you would print the left first before the echo, right? Correct? Correct. Not right. You would print, if there was something here on the echo, then we would have printed it after the Bravo in between. But there's nothing there. So you essentially print nothing. Okay? It's like, you know, the 7 red lines where 3 of them are transparent. I'll draw them, but they're invisible. And they're like, okay, that's cool. All right? So you're going to print it, but it's invisible. So then we visit the root, echo, and then we visit the right, India. So we've done everything on our left at this point. So now we need to go up to our root. There's our alpha, right? Correct? Correct. Okay. And then we have to do the right. Our right is Charlie. But does Charlie have children? Well, yes, he has a left. Does the left Foxtrot have children? Yes, it has a right, Juliet. So if there was a node here, we would have printed that first. So we have our alpha. Here is the invisible left node for Foxtrot, and then we visit the parent node, Foxtrot, and then we visit his right, which is Juliet. And then finally, Charlie is the root node for this section right here. So we print Charlie, but he has no right. So again, we're going to print out nothing for his right because there's nothing there. So the easiest way to break this down, honestly, is just try to find a root relationship with 2 children, or less than 2 children, however it works, so that you can isolate each one of those as you go up and down the tree. So does that make sense, what we're doing here? So we're really just using this construct where the root node is visited between your left and your right, and we just apply it at each level as we go deeper into our binary tree. Are we kind of okay with that? Yeah? All right. So post-border traversals. This means that the root is visited at the end. So you have to look at your left and your right, and then you'll do your root. So this is a bad situation to get into a drug deal. All right? So you go to one dude who's got, pretty decent coke, he's going to get a cheap all from him. You know he's got killer marijuana, so you're definitely going to pick up his cannabis from him. Okay? Well, to tell you that, by creating something, getting a little dicey now, the competition in Colorado, Washington, D.C., Washington State, California, it's all legal there. So now there's a lot of competition going on. So, you're raising the prices. So you go to the house, you don't do the 8-ball in cannabis, and you reach in your pocket to give him the $200, and he goes, oh no, dude, I've raised my prices. I need another $50. So you got your shit, he's got some of his money, but he's not going to let it out of sight, right? You owe him cash. Drug dealers do not work on credit. I mean, this is a cash in business. So you and him are going to drive to the to go get the rest of the money you owe him before he's going to let you out of sight. Otherwise, they'll get Guido and come in there and, break a leg or something, right? So that's totally not cool. You're not into broken bones. So you're definitely going to go for a ride to the ATM to get them more money. All right, so this is what the example is. You do your left and your right before the ATM. So this is really bad planning on your part. You're bringing up money. Well, or he surprised you and said, hey, I'm raising my prices. And you're like, dude, you could have told me before I got here. I brought more cash. So now you kind of feel really uncomfortable because the drug dealer is kind of sketchy anyway when most drug dealers are, right? And so, you don't want him in your car, in the vape in a while, and you're like, oh, gross. But you got to get him that cash, and he's not going to let that out of your sight. You have to go back to the ATM and finish your transaction. So, reversing a post order, you do your left and then your right. So it's really easy when you're looking at this one node with one parent or one root with each other. It's like super easy. So break it down. Break it down again. Find that relationship. Remember, that's first. You got to get all the way to the lowest level of the tree on the farmost left. Okay? Left. So my left is Bravo. Bravo has children. His left is Delta. Delta has children. His left is Golf. Okay? So we do the left, then the right, and then the root. Our left at this level, what order would you put this in? Left is Golf, with PhD, whatever you do. Okay? Our right is Heroin. And then we're going to go up to Delta. Alright, so our left, our right, our root. We've got this level right here. Delta is the left of Bravo. So Bravo would get printed out after you visited the right. We got to do the right. So we do Delta and then Echo. If you're looking at Delta, Bravo, Delta, and Echo. So Delta is left. Here's our Echo. The Echo has children. Remember, you have to go down first. Okay? So you've got to get to the bottom of the Echo leg. So come over here to the Echo, and we would do the left first. But it's not there, is it? There's nothing there. So after we print out our Delta over here, we've done the left on this guy, now we've got to do the right. So drill all the way down on our right. There's no left on Echo, but there is a right on Echo. So that's the lowest level. This is the lowest node or leaf on this side of the tree. So then you print out your India. So if there was something here on the left for Echo, we would have printed it. But there's not. Okay? So we stick right to our right, which is I. And then we can do his root. The root for I is Echo. So we print him out. Finally, we're done with our left Delta, our right Echo. So now we can print out our Bravo node, who is the parent to Delta and Echo. So at this point, right here, we have visited the entire left of our binary tree. Does everybody see that? Did I lose anyone? It's okay. All right. So the rules say on the first order, you got to do your left, your right, and then your root. We get our left. Our left ends up right here on the Bravo. That's the last piece of it. Our right of Bravo is Charlie, but you have to go down first. So you have to drill down into Charlie. Does Charlie have children? Yes, he has a left. His name is Foxtrot. Does Foxtrot have children? Yes, he's on the right. He's Juliet. So if we're doing this as post order, so our last parent node in our tree is a Foxtrot. What is Foxtrot's left? Nothing, right? There's nothing there. So that's why we get to here. So we're printing nothing on the left of Foxtrot. And then we print his right, which is Juliet. Now we can print that parent node, which is Foxtrot. Foxtrot is the left of Charlie. The rules say on a post order, before we can visit Charlie, we've got to look at Charlie's right. We looked at his left, now we're going to look at his right. We go to look at Charlie's right, and if he had anything, it would have printed here. So now that we've dealt with Charlie's left and right, because we're doing a post order, we can finally visit the root node, which is Charlie. We've exhausted all of the rights of this tree, so we can finally print our alpha, who is the root node, and then that we started out with for Bravo and Charlie. Lose anybody? Still tracking? All right. Okay. So, a pre-order. What does pre-order mean? When does root get visited on a pre-order? First. Okay, so think about it. You have plenty, you went to the ATM, you have plenty of money for your drugs, right? So you don't have to go back to the ATM. You're only going to visit the ATM once. So when you do a pre-order, you always start with parent, and then you go to the left. Our left is Bravo. He has no children, so we're down with the left. Our right is Charlie. So we visit Charlie. Charlie is the parent to Delta and Echo. So if we did a pre-order on Charlie, we would do his node first because he's the parent. And then we look at him and we look at his children. On the left we have Delta. Does Delta have children? Well, yeah. So now Delta is considered a predecessor to Foxtrot and Golf. So on a pre-order, we're going to visit the Delta first, and then the left and the right. So if you look up here, pre-order, the first one, our root node, is Alpha. Then you look at the left and the right. Bravo has no children, so he gets visited next, and that's where it stops on the left. We don't have to go down. We don't have to go to the depth of our left on this node, on this tree. So then we go to Charlie. Charlie is a parent. He has children. So you're going to print him out. And then you're going to go to his left. His left is Delta. But Delta has children. So you're going to print him out first, because it's pre-order, and then you're going to deal with his left and his right. His left is Foxtrot, his right is Golf. So you get your Alpha, Bravo, Charlie, your Delta, your Foxtrot and Golf, and then finally the right of Charlie ends at Echo. It's a leaf, so we're done. Okay? So you go and look at, you print out your Echo. So that's how you get that first pre-order. Now, in order, all right, so you start from the 28 ball, you got to go to the ATM so you can buy your cameras. Okay? So, if you look at it, this is the left first. Left is Bravo. Bravo has no children. So we're done with him. Now you go to the root in A order. Left, root, right. Root is Alpha. So that's why it goes Bravo Alpha. So then we get to Charlie, who's the right. But Charlie has children. So you have to go depth first. You've got to find the lowest level where there's nothing but leaves. So there's nothing but leaves right here. So we look at Charlie, and we say, okay, you have a child, Delta, on your left. Because if you're doing it in order, you do left, root, right. We look at Delta. Delta is not a leaf. Delta has children. So then you have to drill down to that next level. You're going to look at the left first. So an in-order traversal for just these three, Foxtrot, Delta, Golf. So you get all the way down here, you find your left, and so you're going to print him out because he's a leaf. So you want Bravo, Alpha, and then all the way down to Foxtrot, CEAF. Okay? Foxtrot is the left. You do it in order, so then you do Delta, because he's the root of Foxtrot and Golf. And then you can come over and visit the right. So that pattern right there. So we have our Bravo, Alpha, and now we have Foxtrot, Delta, Golf. Then we come back up here, and our Delta is a child to Charlie, and also Echo is a child to Charlie. So Delta has already been printed because we printed him here, the F, D, and the G sequence. So that's his left. Delta is the left of Charlie. So we need to print our Charlie next, because we've just finished the whole Delta part of our tree. And then, so it was Delta, Charlie, and Echo. So here's our Delta, right there, and then our Charlie and our Echo. So when you're doing a traverse on this, because visit the left first on an in order, nothing is down here. So then we go to the root, and then we visit his right. Because his right has children, you have to find the depth first. So you go to the left first. And if we were just going to print this series right here, this sequence right here, we would print Delta Charlie Echo. But Delta has children, so you have to print those first. So then you come down here, look at just Foxtrot, Delta, and Golf. Foxtrot is the left. That's why we're printing him next. Delta is the root. Print him next. Golf is the right. Print him next. So we've taken care of the left of Charlie already. Delta is done. So now we print our Charlie because we're doing in order. Go left, root, right. So now we can deal with our Charlies, and then we deal with his right. His right is Echo. Are you guys tracking on this? Kind of makes sense? It's really a repetition if you just keep watching it. Alright, so post order, again, got more directions than forward, so the dealer's going to get in the car with you and go to that ATM if you want to get the money, right? You're going to break some bones or, whatever. So, anyway, I thought about putting questions like that on the foundation exam when I write that part of it. Then I was like, you know what? There's evidence that I'm actually talking about drugs, it's written down. Somebody can take it to one, Dr. Levens or Dr. Lucci. They'd be like, here, what are you doing? This is education, this is really good fodder. It's how you're going to survive in the real world. Okay, so post order means that the root is visited last. So regardless of how many children any of the nodes have, which one is definitely going to be printed last across the board no matter what in the post order? A. Why? Because he's the top group, right? He's the very last dude, no matter how many children are down there. So, you know that he's going to be last. That makes it super easy. Alright? So, we do our last first, Bravo. Bravo has no children, so we're done with him. So now we need to go to our right. You can't touch Alpha yet. We're doing that post order. Now you go to your right. Charlie's at. Charlie has children, so you have to do depth first. You have to find where there are just leaves. You don't want to look at an interior node until you're done. So come over here. If Charlie is the root, just ignore anything about this. Charlie is the root, and Delta is having children. What would this order be? Let's look at Charlie, Delta, and Echo. How would that get printed out as post order? DCE. Does anyone not see that? The post order is, you said DEC, right? And post order means left, right, root. Okay, so let's look at our left and our right. Does our left have children? Yes. So that means that really we got to look at what he has. Does he have a left and a right? Well, he does. Okay, so post order says that you do the left, the right, and then the root. So if I only had Delta, Foxtrot, and Golf, what would be printed? What order? We're doing a post order. So F, then what? G, and then B, right? Okay? So we get here, the first thing that got printed was our B. That was the last of our overall root. We did depth first on the right. So we got all the way down here. Left, right, then root. So Foxtrot, Golf, Delta. Delta is the left of Charlie. So what is the next thing to print and why? If Delta's the left, what do I do after that on the post order? Who would I print next? The right of who? Okay, yes. So if you only had Charlie, Delta, and Echo, then you would print Delta, Echo, and Charlie, correct? On a post order. Left, right, root. We've already printed our left, which is Delta. So now we need to print our right, which is echo. Charlie is the right of alpha. If you looked at just Charlie as a root node, you've taken care of his delta and his echo, so you would print him out. So you have your Charlie. Finally, Charlie is the right of alpha, and he's been visited, so the last thing we print out is that alpha, that root node. Tracking? Yes, no, maybe so? Okay. Woo, man, I'm out of breath. All right. I have 13 minutes. How many slides are there? This isn't bad. We can do this. All right. So far, everything we talked about is going as deep as possible until we find a leak. And we always start at the left. Right? Correct. Correct? Yeah. So breadth means that you are exploring, you are visiting your nodes nearest to the root before going any further. So depth first goes as far deep as it can go. Breadth first says, let's just hang out here by the root. He's my dude. I like him. All right, so we would say alpha, then Bravo, and Charlie. So it's per level. So think about, go back to this reference right here. So we're going to start at level 0, then we're going to do level 1, then we're going to do level 2, and level 3. Okay, start top to bottom. Top to bottom, left to right, just like Microsoft. How all their menuing systems are set up. Okay. So if we're handling this tree, so it's the same tree we're looking at depth first, right? So it's not a binary tree. The same tree, but it's not a binary. Why is it not a binary? Because H has 2 children. Binary only has 2. Is this tree complete? Why is it not complete? Juliet has no children at his level. Kilo has only 1 child at his level. A complete tree means that if that node has children, it has 2. So that each entire level is filled out. So if we didn't have the bottom row, if we stop and put out into Juliet Kilo, is this a complete tree? Why not? Foxtrot doesn't have any children. Delta doesn't have any children. So it's not filled out, right? It's not completely full. Yes, sir.
So if Delta, Foxtrot, and Juliet all have 3 rows A, should it be complete even though H has 3?
Yes, because the definition of complete says that every level is filled out. So it wouldn't be a binary complete because it has 2 children. So now it's kind of a fuzzy gray area. So when you're talking about full and complete, those are really terms that are associated with a binary. So really, even at the hotel level here, so that's level A is 0, 1, 2, 3. At the 3rd level, we would have to stop because if this stuff isn't here, then you can look at it from a binary tree, whether it's full or complete. Because Hotel has 3 nodes, kind of blows it out of the water. But what if I stop at level 1, Alpha, Bravo, Charlie? Would that tree be complete from a binary perspective? Why is it complete? What makes Alpha, Bravo, Charlie complete? How many children do Bravo and Charlie have? 2. So that is complete. At that level, at level 2, we have a complete binary tree because every node has 2 children. Good? Okay? So just keep quizzing yourself on that. Alright, so when we do breadth first, we start at the root alpha and we go from the left to the right, left to the right, left to the right, all the way down. So you have your Alpha, then your Bravo Charlie, then your Delta Echo Foxtrot Golf, and then your Hotel India Juliet Kilo, and then your Lima Mike November, October Papa, and Quebec. So that is a lot of this is how you would visit that. Does that make sense? Yeah? Scroll down as far as you can, all the way to the left. Graph, start at the top, and just visit each one. From left to right. Are you good with that? Okay, so let's look at some examples. So this is something that you would see on a foundation exam and probably on exam 3. So basically my plan for exam 3 is to basically mimic the questions that are on the foundation exam that directly correlate to what we're doing in the class. So I advise you to go look at previous exams that I already had out there on his website. And you can, if those of you that don't go to the foundation exam stuff, if you just Google or Coupon, and then you'll see the UCF homepage, and you can see where all the previous exams are at. So this Google over very first entry is his homepage. Here is at the bottom foundation exam, and then here past exam. Okay. And you're looking all for the part A and part B, okay, because that's the part of computer science, that's computer science 1. So the part A, you go and look at those. So here's the summation, okay, so we went over all those summations. Here they're talking about stacks, so how would the stacks be filled up? Here's trees. Okay? So you're going to get a tree, you're going to tell what type of tree it is, and you're supposed to answer the question associated with that. So this one here is talking about ABL trees. So we haven't talked about ABL trees yet, but we will. But go look at these, okay? Because exam 3 is going to look really similar to these. Just saying. Here. I try to throw you a bone every now and again. Make it a little easier. All right, so go look at those because we'll definitely have questions about that. All right, so for doing graph first, something you would be asked is, how would you do this tree? And I would ask you, how would you traverse this tree? And graph and then depth. So we're talking about graph now, since we went across all the depth stuff. So graph says that we start at the root, then the left, then the right, and then the next level, always from the left to the right, then down the next level, always from the left to the right. So that's how we end up with Hotel, then Delta Lima, and then Bravo, Foxtrot, Juliet, November, Alpha, Charlie, Echo, Golf, India, Kilo, Mike, and October. So any questions about that? This is probably a little bit easier than depth first. Kind of makes sense. You start from the top and you go, right? So from this perspective, if you still have to talk about, right? So this is all well and good, this slide and seeing how we traverse it, but we never even looked at the code yet, really. I'll never do that. So here, when you want to traverse and print all those nodes on a graph first reversal, so you would queue the first through node, and while there are more nodes in the queue, first you would delete the node at the front of the queue and then print that node out that you just dequeued, and then enqueue its children, and then left to right. Just keep traversing down until you deal with all of them. So here, binary search tree. So this is fabulous. Like, you know, we're going through all this binary stuff, going through all this tree stuff, but why? What are we doing? Well, because it helps with the binary search. Because why is the binary search so efficient? What is it doing for us? Think about binary again. Think about log. Why would I think log n is the big O for binary? Right, because it has it. It has it. We only have to do half of the word at every level. Because we're going to look at here, so here's our number 8. So when you look at this pattern, we have an 8, then a 3, then a 10, the 1, 6, 14, and then a 4, 7, 15. So what is this pattern? So how do we turn these trees into an algorithm or into some pseudocode so we can actually write some code for it. So here, for each node n, all the values stored in the left, all the values stored on the left are less than the root node value. Does anyone not see that? So what's the value at the root? 8. Is there any value greater than 8 on the left of the binary tree? So if you're searching for the value of 12, where would you search? Would you even check the left if you had the value of 12? No. Why? What would drive us to look to the right and to the left? There? Greater than the root. Yes. 12 is greater than the root. So that's what the binary tree is doing for us. The root, everything to the left, is less than the root. Everything to the right is greater than the root. You guys see that? So from a binary perspective, it doesn't matter how deep the left gets, you're completely hacking it off. You don't even have to look, because you know that the information you're looking for is not over there. These are not the drawers you're looking for, okay? They're somewhere on the right. So on our right, we know that somewhere in there we're going to find the value of 12. So it's simple. We just got rid of half our binary tree. So here, when you're talking about searching through nodes, if there was no binary involved, our big O would just be n, because you're just going to search all the nodes. But we're doing binary. So because we're doing binary, we're having the search space. So that is a big O perspective. When you go look at those orders from the big O lecture, I think it's like lecture 12, it says that when you are doing binary, or you're having your search space, that order is log n. You just need to guess. You just need to remember and feel confident about which order to apply to the different abstract data types that we're looking at. Let's see how far this goes. 41. And I have 2 minutes. That's far enough. Okay. So all the data values on a binary tree, all the data values on the left are less than the data in the root. And then all the data values on the right are going to be larger than the data in the root. And so both the left and the right, given any node, any value, they're binary solutions themselves. So look at this. Find the next level. On 3, how is our data organized on the left and the right in the value of 3? The 1 is less than 3. The 6 is greater than 3. So that's the correct layout, right? So look at 1 doesn't have any children, so we're done with it. We look at 6. Its left is 4. Its right is 7. It still is subscribing to the same concept that the left is less than the root, the right is greater than the root. We get to the value of 10 on our right. 10 has a child, it's a 14. Because it's on the right is balanced, it's on the correct side because it's greater than. 13 at the bottom, 13 is less than 14, so that's why it's on the left. Because the values on the left of any given parent will be less than the value of that. Does that make sense to you guys? This is just a basic construct of the binary tree. That's why they're so efficient, because